Hello, it's Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk with you about how to be successful in a Social Security disability appeals hearing. And this usually comes at a time more than a year to a year and a half after you filed your Social Security disability claim. You've already gotten an unfavorable decision. You've made the choice to appeal that decision, and now we're at the hearing in front of the administrative law judge who will decide whether or not your claim meets the criteria necessary for the definition of disabled or disability under the Social Security Administrative Act. And there's a few tips that you can follow that I think that might help improve your ability or your chances to get a favorable decision. First and foremost, by watching this video, meeting with your lawyer, not going into the hearing alone. I think those things, being prepared first and foremost, will help you in your hearing and in your chances. I would not give off any indications in your records or in your history or in your testimony that you're a drug seeker or that you're malingering, you're just looking for a handout. Those things don't play well in front of the judges, that's for sure. I would also think that it's very important that you have a questions and answers preparation meeting with your lawyer. I do that usually about 10 days to a week before the hearing, just so that you will get a little familiarity with how the questions go. If you have time, I would go by the Social Security Administrative Office where your hearing is going to be held, just so that the day that your hearing occurs, you don't know, so that you're not confused as to directions, how to get there, you're not running late, those kind of things. If you take medicines, please take them as prescribed in the 24 hours before your hearing. Don't withhold medicines and make yourself ill or make it to where you're in pain and you can't answer questions or be coherent in your responses when you're in the hearing. The hearing itself typically lasts anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, and you need to be able to communicate with the judge and the other people who are in the hearing itself. On a more bigger level, prior to your hearing itself, your medical care needs to show consistency in medical treatment for the injuries that you're claiming. If you go in there and you're claiming that you just hurt or have pain, but you're not very specific and not able to identify exactly where it is and that allow the doctors to treat you and to be able to help you, then it really is going to be more difficult for a judge to be able to find that you meet the criteria under the administrative criteria for the Social Security. And I guess lastly is just be yourself in the hearing. I know it's going to be a nervous time. Hopefully you've prepared for it. Hopefully you're mentally ready for it. While you won't know all of the questions at a time, you should be familiar enough with what's going to happen to be able to answer all of those questions when you get in there. If you have any questions or concerns leading up to your Social Security disability hearing, please give us a call at the Nomberg Law Firm, 205-930-6900. We're also at nomberglaw.com on the internet, and you can find us we have a Twitter page as well as on Facebook. Thank you.